Today was a federal holiday in the US, and so it was a slow day for court action. That didn't stop Judge Fleischer from being Judge Fleischer, though. We have 6 very short cases, 4 with positive outcomes, 2 without, that show why Judge Fleischer really is a mensch on the bench.
You are Billy Chapman. Mr. Chapman, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On February 10th, 2025, at approximately 2:08 a.m., the officers were in a parking lot of Reno's Bar, responding to a disturbance that had occurred at the business. While conducting the investigation, they heard a vehicle rev its engines multiple times, and the officers went to check on an individual inside the vehicle, but before the officers could check the vehicle, it took off at a high rate of speed, recklessly in the parking lot, and the officers called for an additional unit to search for the vehicle, and an officer responded. The defendant's vehicle circled the parking lot and returned to the scene, where the calling officer was able to initiate a traffic stop. The officers observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage and red glossy eyes. The defendant was placed into custody for public intoxication due to a miscommunication between the officers, and it was later determined a DWI investigation was needed. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted, HGN 6 out of 6. Walk and turn was attempted, but the defendant could not stand in the starting position and was constantly swaying. For the one-leg stand, 3 out of 4 clues were observed. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.154 and 0.149.
What was the stop for?
So they responded to a disturbance and they heard a vehicle rev its engine and he took off at a high rate of speed. So then they attempted to get it reach that vehicle because it took off in the parking lot from what they describe a high rate of speed recklessly. And then it came back and then they make
Traffic infraction? High rate of speed is conclusory as well.
Because initially they said the officer said he observed and heard an individual revving their engines, and then they were attempting to check, they were attempting to check inside the vehicle, and that's when it took off at a high rate of speed, recklessly in the parking lot, as they describe it. And then the vehicle circled the parking lot.
All of that is conclusory, all of that.
And I understand, Judge. And unfortunately, we do not have the OR at this time, so we can, if you give us a moment, we can see if there is an applicable traffic infraction.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you a little bit of time.
Yes,
you know,
Judge.
But can you give me maybe 30 minutes?
Yes,
We can
sure.
revisit.
I'm gonna run somewhere else. I'll be right back.
Okay, take a seat for me,
Thank you,
sir.
Judge.
We'll be back with you here momentarily.
I'm back on Billy Chapman. I did speak to the DA and they said they're ready.
Yes, Judge. After
Ready?
looking at it, we found no traffic code violation and we can only find the conclusory statements as you mentioned before.
Right.
So
I know probable cause. Mr. Chapman, come up, sir. I'm going to find no probable cause in your case. You have to understand, they give out DWIs like it's candy on Halloween. You know why? We lead the nation per capita in fatalities with alcohol-related collisions. Don't become a statistic. One button on a phone, one button, $30. An Uber will take you wherever you want to go. Use it. All right, take a seat.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you. Great job. That's where it starts. Look at all these lawyers. You know how much money they make? Sick money. Ferraris, Porsches, going to Bali, Fiji, extravagant vacations. It starts right here and it starts right there.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Knowledge is power. If you don't have knowledge, you don't have anything in this world.
So you're right.
Starts with school.
Yeah.
Finish it, get it done. I'm gonna test you. You're not to smoke weed.
Yes,
If I
sir.
find that you're smoking, I'm gonna revoke your bond. I'm gonna put you in jail. I don't want you to be in possession of any weapons as well. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm not asking much. Just make me proud. You understand?
I will.
All right.
Thank
you. Got it.
Thank you so much. Can I get a standard reset or?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But hey, he's gonna get tested again. So be ready.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna call him to
Yes,
test
sir.
again. You
Yes,
test
sir.
positive for weed. It's not gonna go well for you.
Thank you, Judge.
Come on up, gentlemen. Mr. Taylor, how's Jalen? Not good, right? We're not asking much. All I'm asking you to do is show up and don't pick up any new cases. You now know you have no one that is going to bond you out. So when you go to jail, you are stuck like Chuck until this thing is over with. Your lawyer has asked for me to give you one more chance. Should I? What are you doing with yourself these days? Why? And where are you living with? Okay, so I have resources for you. We have places that can help you get a job, a phone, a tablet, places to eat, places to sleep. All you got to say is that you want it and we'll try to give it to you. But there's no excuse. That doesn't give you, I get it that you're homeless, but that doesn't give you the right to go in and take some, you know? So don't. All I'm asking you to do is stay in touch with the lawyer that we're giving you and don't pick up any new cases. I will give you another chance, but I'm not going to play this again. You pick up a third case or you fail to appear again, you're going to end up staying with me. Do you understand? Okay. I have Shatoria. She's going to give you a list of places that can help you get a job and places to sleep and food to eat. So there's no excuse. You can always come back here. Whatever you need, come back and I'll give it to you. There's no excuse for you to pick up another case though. You understand? Okay. All right, Anna. Good job testing negative. You have to let everyone know if you're going out of town, because if we call on you to go take a test and you don't show up, then we issue bond violations. So if you're gone, you have to let him know so he can let us know so we know to stay. Okay. If you're out of town and you called upon again to take a test, you must go to Quest Diagnostics to take a test, get it to your lawyer, and then he'll get it to us. But you can't miss any more. If you do, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. You understand? You ever have any problems, just talk to him. You have to stay in contact. All right? Okay, guys.
Here, can I get a reset?
Yes, sir.
Good seeing you.
You too. All right.
Judge, so it sounds like she missed her blows when she was working. She's clean. I don't know if we can go do a test today to prove that. I did notice that we're set for jury trial on the 25th. The only issue I have with that is I didn't realize that I'm set for an ag assault out of Orange on the 24th. So I would be asking for a reset of that jury trial date. As far as the bond violations today, I've explained to her the importance of.
No. We've done this before. This is our third time being back. It's unacceptable. I can't just let her go. Then I become an enabler and I'm telling her it's okay for you to do whatever you want to do. And it's not. You know, if you have an issue, you come up to here, you tell us what it is, and then we can resolve an issue. But I can't just let her go when it's a third violation. No, you're skipping test after test after test after test. This is your third time back on bond violations. It's unacceptable. No. She goes with you. Sorry. You're skipping tons of tests. It's your third time coming back for bond violations. Unacceptable.
Honor, please, honor, my son's graduation is coming. My son's graduation is coming. Please,
I'm not going to talk to you without your lawyer. Okay.
Guevara has a plea.
This is,
Yes, Your Honor. This is.
He's a police.
Mr. Guevara, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor, so you are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 90 days in jail with credit for the 29 days that you've done.
Yes,
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it stays like this on your record forever. Do you understand?
yes,
Now he has, that he has 2 open DWIs?
Yes, to Your Honor, we're
Yes,
dismissing
they're
one.
Dismissing one.
Yes, Judge.
Does he have an immigration detainer? You know?
I believe he
Yes,
does.
he
Your
has a
Honor.
hold, he said.
Mr. Guevara, is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above?
Yes, sir.
All right, through to the enhancement. How do you plead to the offense, or guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Find you guilty. I will send you to the 90 days in jail. I am going to suspend your license for 1 year. Do not drive. You know, from now on, whenever you get pulled over, an officer is going to look at your record and they're going to see DWI, DWI. If they smell alcohol on you, the next time you get pulled over, it's probably not going to go well for you. A third DWI, you're looking at a third-degree felony, up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand? Get a clue. Good luck, Mr. Guevara.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoy watching this content, please like and subscribe. It helps new channels like this one gain exposure. There is a lot more good court to come, so if you like what you saw, tell your friends. If you didn't, tell me, and let me know what you'd like to see and how I can improve. Thanks.